Good morning. Welcome to Coffee Chats. How is everybody this fine Tuesday morning, May 2nd, 2023? Everyone doing good? Enjoying the weather? It's warming up and it's beautiful. Thank goodness. All right. Well, I'll just tell you right off the bat, just want to discuss the gardens. So as the weather is getting warmer, we'll be tilling soon. The garden beds will be in full spring here. Just to let you know, by my door, there is a little green sign up here. If you have any special instructions in regards to your bed, anything with tilling, please put your name, your garden bed, your phone number, and any little instructions, and then I can kind of coordinate you with Greg. He's been kind enough to suggest that he would be willing to be flexible with the tilling process. So having said that, just a little disclaimer that there is room for error. So just FYI, we'll do our best, but this will be over there by my office. So please make sure that you write any special instructions on there. It would be greatly appreciated on my end and Greg's end. Let's see what else. In addition to that, on the gardens, I will have a final list of all the beds, the tilling process that I have, and if you want to double check it, we have one more week for just fine tuning. If there's anything that doesn't look correct, please let me know, jot it down, write it down, change it for me, but I'll have that listed also in that little booth area so you can double check. I'll move on also to Cinco de Mayo, which is on Friday, our celebration, which starts at 2 o'clock. I was happy to find two entertainers. It's a mother and a daughter, and so they'll be singing some traditional music that Friday for our celebration. We'll have margaritas, non-alcoholic and alcohol margaritas, some chips and salsa, so come join us. I think at this point I'm a little weary about planning it outside because it's just, it's kind of, you never quite know how it's going to go. So we'll just plan on doing the East Lobby at this point for Cinco de Mayo on Friday at 2 o'clock. Because it's stated in the newsletter that it was to be determined because of the weather, so I'm just a little bit hesitant. But if it's absolutely just the most gorgeous day in the world, and you'll see us setting up outside. But we'll plan on East Lobby, but if you see us there, it's because holy cow, there was a change and it was just absolutely beautiful. But all right, if you'll find us, right? You'll smell the margaritas and the chips and salsa, come find us and hear the music and see the gathering. Let's see. Also, I wanted to let you know that next Tuesday we had on the calendar Susan Brower was to be here for a travelogue. She had to cancel, so I was able to find the Paya family, the husband-wife. They were here recently discussing the Amazon, so they will be joining us next Tuesday. I'm kind of excited about it. They'll be talking. It's a travelogue. On Antarctica. So enjoy a scenic slideshow showing the stunning continent of Antarctica, penguins, icebergs, whales, kayaking, and more. So that will be next Tuesday, filling the space for Susan. Let's see, what else do I have here? Lori, did you want to come up and talk about the art project today?
John?
This afternoon at 1 o'clock in the art room, we're going to make little flying birds if you want to decorate your apartment a little bit. There is no sign up for that, so you can just come at 1 o'clock. Next week, we have our art teacher coming again, Terry Berg, and we're going to be doing The Girl in the Swing. And if you would prefer the spring look, you can certainly change the colors. But we would like to have her come once a month, but we do need to have a few more people sign up, so keep that in mind. The sign up is over by Jillian's desk. Thank you.
And I'm going to hand it off to John. So moving on to our next communication here.
Yesterday we met as a council, and we had tussled with a item that we thought we would share with all of you. Pam Ollie and Susan Harries have secured a defibrillator for the unit, and it's going to be shared for favors for neighbors, and or the council will pay half, and the ownership here will pay the other half. It has been received, but we have not used it as yet. We got to the point where we were discussing the liability of it, and we were surprised how many of our own people, just by a raise of hands, would choose not to resuscitate. And if you do resuscitate, are we liable? Some of those questions we, to be honest with you, didn't have foreknowledge of, and so we are actively looking into that with the insurance people and other people that are using defibrillators in their units. We saw the fire people come in a week or so ago, and there were about 5 units, and every one of the people had a defibrillator on their back coming in here, and we get such wonderful service. We just have some second thoughts as far as, is it wise in this facility to have one? And when a person does have their heart stop, is it up in their room where the people would go and see your directives on the refrigerator where they're supposed to be, or on the back of your front door? What knowledge do the people that are down in the exercise room or in the Rose Room have when the incident happens there, away from those directives? The person with the heart that's not working any longer isn't going to be giving them much help. And we don't suggest you all go out and have D and F, or what it would be. DNR. On your, have it decal on your chest. That wouldn't be pretty. So at any rate, we thought maybe it would be just wise for us to be thinking of it. Maybe later on in your conversation this morning, you can have someone say that, hey, I'm gonna seek out one of the people on the council and share with them what our thoughts were at the table. Yes?
I have a defibrillator, I have a DNR, DNI. I do not want to be DNR. Anyway, so down at the desk, they've got a page that they make a copy of when the ambulance comes. So the concierge showed it to me, and in red ink I put on their DNR, DNI, so they can see that before they come to my apartment.
Well, that's why we're sharing it. We want those suggestions, and that certainly is something that can be done by you to make it known to the concierge or someone that we will say that you should report to, and have that list attached to the box where we keep the defibrillator. So those are things that would be certainly helpful, but not all inclusive, would relieve all the possibility of suit. Well, that's what we had to share with you. Go ahead. I don't mean to take a lot of time of yours.
I just want to comment, did we not all just have to renew our stuff with the concierge, our update of our all the things? I think so, because I just, or was it because I moved apartments? Because I reviewed mine, I know mine says right on it, I have the DNR. It says that in my apartment.
I believe we could facilitate having a place where we put the communicator where you would sign up so that it would be accessible to the unit or a person that would use the unit. So we can certainly do that.
Nope. We don't know.
Yeah, because that could be a HIPAA issue, could be invasion of
Oh,
privacy.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
Medical.
go ahead.
Thank you, John. There's, as society advances, it creates a whole host of problems. Yep, they've invented a defibrillator that can get people's heart beating again, right? Sounds great on the surface. And Heinrich is there saying, I don't want to be resuscitated. Okay, so then we say, oh, let's have everyone fill out their resident profile that's at the desk and write a big DNR on there. I don't trust that. Honestly, I don't. And I sent an email to our insurance company yesterday and asked them, you know, what liability do we have? And then you ask yourself, you're worried about liability versus saving someone's life? And then you ask yourself, you want to save someone's life despite the fact they're telling you not to save their life? It's a very philosophical question, and I wish that council meeting would have been broadcast on channel 991, because I think we saw a bunch of people discussing things in a, dare I say, intelligent manner, despite me being there, and it was just really, really cool. So I sent an email to our insurance broker yesterday, asking him, you know, and I'm not so much saying that, oh, we're going to limit our exposure here. Not that we're in the business of opening ourselves up to lawsuits, but also to the insurance broker may have some advice for us on how to do it, how they've done it in the past, so that you help the most people while minimizing your risk. Does that make sense? Everybody say okie dokie if it does. Okay, thank you very much. We all know why we say okie dokie. For those of you new folks, you'll figure out okie dokie here soon.
Did you want me to go on to the rest of the week?
Oh, you weren't done? I'm just so damn anxious to talk that I budged right in front of her. I'm sorry.
But there's not too much different this week, so I'll make it quick. Let's see, where am I? Besides, let's see, Cinco de Mayo this week, it's the usual. I'll just quickly say this morning at 10 o'clock there's our tech class. This is for the Android phones. So if you have an Android, it's a basic 101 class with our Abby Key, our new instructor for tech. That's up in Marion Hall. Lori already talked about the craft at 1 o'clock today, the craft project. Wednesday we have our TED Talks, and the three subjects are how to calm your anxiety from a neuroscientist, how to keep your hometown from becoming a ghost town, the unexpected key to boosting your productivity, and the way we work. On Wednesday also we have our cribbage at 1 p.m., open art studio at 1 p.m., at 1:30 there's 500, and this week there's alterations from 3 to 4. The sign-up sheet, as you know, will be by my office over there. In addition, 7 p.m. there's bingo and 500 on Wednesdays. Thursday is our excursion, and it's to Mystic Lake. It departs at 10:30. We have our recorded coffee chats, of course, on Thursdays at 9 and 11. On Friday is our 1 p.m. coffee chats on 991, and bridge and poker at 1 p.m. as well. At 2 p.m. is our Cinco de Mayo celebration. Come and join us. And of course, 4 p.m. is happy hour, and 7 p.m. is our movie, and the movie is Elvis, which I don't know if you've seen the new Elvis movie, but it's a fantastic movie. I enjoyed it. So the life of an American music icon, Elvis Presley, from his childhood, becoming a rock and movie star in the 1950s, while maintaining a complex relationship with his manager, Cullen Tom Parker. And then on Saturday is, of course, our 8 a.m. men's breakfast, and 7 p.m. is bingo on Saturdays. And that's what I have. All right. Thank you.
Get the heck out of here, Jillian. This is what you get when you add gelatin to antifreeze. I like you. What's your name?
Marcia?
Marcia's brand new here.
Yeah.
She laughed at my joke. Yep. You're gonna get 6 months free rent. Thank you very much. See, now everyone wants 6 months free rent. No, that doesn't work that way. Channel 991 in the West Building. We've got it on the run, I think. I'm dealing with the fellow. I don't know where he is, but he's a pretty cool guy.
He's up in a little room with a cat.
I don't know where he is, but I talked to him. And he's not imaginary, he's real. I don't recognize his area code, and I didn't bother to look. Anyway, I took a video of all of our equipment in the West Building and emailed it to him. And I looked this morning and he hasn't responded yet. I think he's in California, quite honestly. And that will progress. I won't be here next week, so you'll just have Jillian to kick around. And I'm sure you'll do a good job with that. You know, we were talking about technology and things. I can't remember where I saw it, but has anyone seen with the artificial intelligence, the cloning? And they can clone your voice, and they can clone your image, and all of that stuff. And the people with bad intentions get that stuff to market quicker than the market gets it to market, because they don't care if there's flaws or anything in it. So if you folks, if your family calls asking for money, don't. It's so scary. I don't even know how to have the numbers of all your family members, grandkids included. If someone calls and says, this is Joey, your grandson, I need $5,000. Oh, Joey, I'm sorry, I'll call you right back. I've got your number, and call him back. I don't know. Now that I've scared everyone, frightened everyone, I'm frightened. It's frightening.
It is legitimate what you're saying.
About coming up soon.
Excellent. Guess what Jillian just said? We're going to have someone from ARP here talking about fraud coming up soon. One thing that I really liked, the Cinco de Mayo. Yep, you come to the lobby. If it's outside, it's going to be outside. I think that outside is great. Bring a coat just in case, but you know what I mean? It's all right that we fly by the seat of our pants sometimes. It truly is. I mean, that spontaneity makes things fun, more enjoyable. Let's live it up. Okay, also, lots of new faces. Welcome to all of you. take part in what you want to take part in. Ridgepoint has all kinds of things to offer. You don't have to do them all. It's your life. You live your life. We don't want to dominate it or anything like that. One thing that I would suggest maybe is you take our van shopping one time, just to see what it's like. In the winter, driving can be tough and all that, and our van drivers are top notch. Top notch. So, but anyway, welcome to Ridgepoint. We think it's a great place. I know it's a great place, and I hope, there you go, Mike. I hope you folks will feel the same way. Does anyone have any questions on anything? No? Yes?
How about redoing the halls?
Redoing the hallways. Everything has been ordered. Nothing has come in yet. We're starting on the second floor. I can stand here and look you all in the eye and say we've spent upwards of $200,000 on deposits and things so the stuff is coming. And we're kind of at the mercy of the supply chain, but we're getting there. The light that is going to, we've got one light up. That's our progress so far.
Where is it? Where? By the
It's by the laundry room in the west building.
Oh,
It's bright.
It's bright. It's funny. It is bright, and it's intentionally bright. But when you're looking at a light to see if you like it, you look right in the light. As you get used to it, you walk down the hallway, you don't look into the lights, you just notice how bright they are. But we want them bright. Anything else? Yes, Joanne. What color is the carpet going to be? It's coming off the elevator. It's going to be, there's greens and blues for the most part, I believe. I'm very bad with color. I'll have a sample here next week of the carpets. But you're going to get off, the carpet is going to be the same on every floor. Okay? And I'll tell you this. Do you want to know?
yes.
Everyone has seen the murals in the west lobby?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those blue murals? Each floor is going to have a covering as you get off the elevator. And some of them are going to be pretty far out there. You won't need any hallucinogens to get a little sensation. But, and the covering that's going to be on the wall is going to be complemented by a chair in that lobby. And everything's going to be painted with the high, dark molding around the edge. There's going to be that kind of dark color that we've got for the windows in the west building and in the east as well. We're going to perpetuate that look. I think it's going to be cool. And if, I don't even know how long it's going to take. Once the carpet gets in, we're going to have a meeting with the vendors and stuff and then take off. But it also sounds like the painters might start a little bit early to get the wallpaper and stuff off, and I think they might end up taking the lights out and putting even temporary lights in for a while so that they can get it all painted and then put the new lights up. Thank you, Joanne. Anything else? Yeah.
Are the walls in the walkways going to remain the same? One time it was talked about there was going to change how they had demarcation.
Are the walls in the walkways going to change?
Where the art is
Are you talking down here in the atrium?
in the walkways
That's not on the list this summer. That's gonna stay the same, but the question is the art in the East Gallery and West Gallery. I love that we named them the East and West Gallery. Though, no matter what we do in terms of redecorating and things down here, those galleries are here forever. In fact, what?
That wasn't exactly my question. One time,
But I gave you the answer to the question I wanted to hear. Go ahead, Elaine. I'm sorry.
I was under the impression that the surface was going to change rather than having those sort of there was stuff on the wall to indicate spaces for the paintings. Is that all staying the same?
I can't, is the texture of the wall and all that gonna stay the same? I doubt it. I know that pressed down textured wall is kind of 1980s or 1990s, and now everything is like a nice, flat, clean spot. Our initial conversations on decorating down here were to highlight art. And I think one thing that's really cool is the art down here. And those of you newcomers, if you have art, if you're artists or you have relatives or whatever that paint or whatever, please let Jillian know and we can get their stuff set up and some of it can be sold and all that type of thing. Steve, did I see Steve? What was the name of the show you told me about the pottery?
Oh, the Great Pottery Throwdown?
Has anyone seen the Great Pottery Throwdown?
It's on HBO Max.
It's on HBO Max. It's like the Great English Bake Off. Anyone watch that?
Yeah.
It's like that, only with pottery.
Wow.
It sounds pretty cool. Anyway. Why did I bring that up? I don't. We had 3 May Day birthdays here. Susan Harris, Betty Preston, I saw her, hi Betty, and Mavis Kramer is a May Day birthday. On the 4th, Lisa Lamia, Dave Preston. Boy, you two, do you celebrate your birthdays on the 2nd or 3rd usually together?
Right.
Yeah, husband and wife, one on May 1st, one on May 4th. On the 5th, Sis Winger and Jeff Friedson. And on the 5th, our cameraman, Roger Meyer. Happy birthday to all. That's the most birthdays we've ever had in the atrium for Coffee Chats, isn't it? Let's all sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you.
Cha-cha-cha.
Cha-cha-cha. Ooh la la. Cut the cake for goodness sake. Ralph and Bev Van Dixorn. What's the date today? Happy anniversary today. Good job, folks. All right. Have a good week. We love you, Pat.